Hey there, welcome to LivAlignedPilates. I'm Liv and today we have a core and booty flow, and if you have any ankle weights at home, pop them on for a little extra burn. If not, that is totally fine. Let's start on the hands and knees in a tabletop position. Spreading your fingers wide, pressing into your fingertips, knuckles and palms. Your knees are underneath your hips, and we're just going to start by dipping the chest down towards the mat and then pressing the chest away from the floor. So our shoulder blades are retracting as we dip the chest down, protracting as we press the chest away from the floor. It's a very subtle and small movement, just warming up through our shoulders here. For another 3, 2, 1, and reset those shoulders. Really press away, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Let's stretch side to side, looking over to one side of the mat, stretching the opposite side of your torso, and alternate over to the other direction. So we're looking, say, to the right side of the mat, our hips sway over to the left. And you get that gorgeous stretch down the side of your body, maybe into your lower back. One more to each side. That's it. And then settling into the center, bring your right hand behind your head, squeezing your right shoulder blade. Let's rotate, opening up towards the right, and then drop that right shoulder down towards the floor, taking a gentle twist. Open up, squeezing through the right shoulder blade, and rotate. This one can feel a little sticky at the start, but as you move through a couple more rounds, you should start to open up. And just a couple more here. That's it. Last one. And place your right hand down, left hand behind the head. Really squeeze the left shoulder blade, open up, and rotate. A little trick here, press down through the supporting side arm, so the right arm pushes through the floor, and it helps lever you around into a deeper rotation in that open direction. One side may be tighter than the other. Let's do one more here. That's it, and place your hands down onto the mat. Just walk the hands out in front of the shoulder line. Tuck your toes under, sit your hips back towards your heels, feel that toe stretch. Come forward into your kneeling plank. Take a pause, lifting up through your core, and then sit back towards your heels, toe stretch. 4 more like this, finding your plank. Really lift belly button up, tuck tailbone under, stretch it back to the legs. This is 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now come back towards your feet. Toes are tucked right under. We lift our knees off the floor. Press forward into a high plank. Pause. And then back into your quad press position. Bend your knees, keep them off the mat. Press forward to high plank. Now if this doesn't work for you, stay down on the knees. 3 more like this. 2. And 1. Good. Bring those knees down and wide. Untuck your toes. Sit back to your heels for a child's pose stretch. Deep breaths here to reset. Ready to get into our workout. Now let's find our tabletop position again. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're just going to move through this right leg to begin. So flex your right foot, keep the knee bent, come up into a donkey kick. Now we're moving at a little bit of a slower pace today. We want to really connect in with our glute and our hamstring. keeping both hip bones pointing down towards the mat. See if you can take a moment in that lifted position to really connect in with the back of your right leg before you bring it down. That's it. 3, 2, lift on 1. Now we're going to spend time in this top range. So lower the knee halfway down, press back all the way up. Lower halfway, press all the way. Notice that when you slow things down and you really give yourself a chance to connect in with your muscles, it can become quite a lot harder, especially if you have that weight around your ankle. Right about now, it's really kicking in. Check back in with your upper body. Now, have you started to sink your chest down towards the mat? I almost just did as well. So if that's happening, press your chest away from the floor and protract those shoulder blades slightly like we did at the start of class. Here for another 3, 2. Can you stay up on 1? I know it's tricky. Hamstring curl, extend your leg behind you. Flex the foot, bend the knee back in. Point, extend, really reach that leg long. Flex, feel that curl, that contraction, come back in. Now we want to try and stay lifted through the core, lifted through the back leg. Intentional movements. Hammies definitely firing up and awake. Here for 3, 2, 1. Stretch your leg long, reach long through your toes, pulse up with a straight leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. Good job. Quick stretch back. Nice work. Okay, so we are going to lie onto our backs now and just give the glutes and the hands a little bit of a break. Moving into our first section of core. So we have our knees bent and our feet flat, reaching your arms up towards the sky. Drop those shoulders down and have your palms facing in towards one another. Reaching your arms behind your head, see how close you can get your thumbs to the floor. You may even tap the floor, and then you'll reach your hands back above your chest towards the ceiling. Again, reaching behind you, notice if your ribs start to pop open. If that's happening, melt them down towards your hips and return. So I like an exhale breath here to feel that connection with the core, staying strong, and reach. So getting great shoulder mobility here. And we're going to start to increase the intensity with our core as well. So next time your hands reach to the sky, float your right leg, so right leg again up to tabletop. Keep the knee bent at 90 degrees. As you reach behind your head, toe tap your right foot down to the end of your mat, and then return back to tabletop as you reach to the sky. Toe tap, reach. Feel your back pressing heavy down in towards the floor. 2. And 1. Now we're going to keep going with this movement, but take it further. So toe tap, overhead reach. This time as your leg returns to tabletop, can you curl up and sweep your hands down towards your mat? Toe tap, reach overhead, and curl. Nice. As you're curling up, your chin is tucking towards your chest. Your ribs are drawing towards your hips. And it's a really good chance to connect really deeply with your core and keep that connection as you toe tap back behind. You've got another 3, 2, and let's do one more here. Now, as you come down, reach your arms overhead again, reach your right leg long. As you draw the knee in, can you oblique curl to the outside of your right knee? Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, curl up and over to the right side. Try to keep your arms shoulder width apart, even as you twist over, so that you know that your entire upper torso is coming along for that rotation, and it's not just you reaching your arms over to the right side. Five more here. 4, doing so well. It's a slow burn today. 3, 2, amazing. Complete this last one here. We are not done though. We're going to bring our head down and our hands clasped behind our head, elbows wide. Your right leg is already in tabletop. Let's float the left leg to match, pressing your back into the floor. Exhale, curl again over to the right. Inhale down. Exhale, curl to the right. Inhale down. Try to keep both knees nice and stable side by side. We don't want them to twist as we twist our upper torso around. 2 more before we add on. That's it. Now we're going to continue to curl, but let's extend our left leg now, so our opposite leg, towards the end of the mat as we curl to the right and down. So curl to the right, extend the left leg and down. 3 more. You're doing well, you're so close to the end. 2. And hold this last one, holding, or add your bend and extend with your left leg for 5. 4, you can do it, stay with me. 3, 2, and one more for good luck. Awesome, come on down, rest, well done. Step your feet out as wide as the mat and rock your knees side to side. Oh, now feeling a bit lopsided at the moment, so we need to even things out. Bring your knees up close towards your chest, tuck your chin to your chest if it feels comfortable for your back. Start to rock and roll along the length of your spine to bring yourself all the way up to seated. Otherwise, roll over to the side and press yourself up. Now let's do the other leg. So finding tabletop position. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Taking 3 rounds of cat and cow to settle back in to this position. Last one here. And then find your flat back, neutral spine, core lifting. And then find your tabletop position, lifting up through your core. Flexing your left foot, keeping the knee bent. Let's move into our slow donkey kick. I almost like to call this one a donkey lift because we're not quite kicking up with force and momentum. We're lifting with control and strength. Now really feel that squeeze through the back of your left thigh, through the glute, before you come down. Feel free to hold that position as long as you need to, just to get that connection. Notice if you dip through your low back to compensate lifting your leg. Now, if that is something that's happening to you, just engage through your core a little more. Feel that tension between your hip bones. Draw across and up, away from the floor. Notice if your chest is sinking down, and if it is, you can just push that chest away, protract the shoulder blades slightly. 3 more here. Beautiful. Now let's lift and hold. A slow, slow pulse. We lower halfway. We press all the way up. Lower, lift. Now this is so tough. I've only done 2 and I'm really feeling it. I want to stop. I want to stretch and I want to reset, but I'm going to keep going because there's not too much more to go here. Working through that muscular endurance. Of course, if you feel like you're failing yourself with your technique or that you're just really needing to reset, please feel free to come down, take a moment, and then get back into it. Here for 3, 2, so good, and lift on 1. Hold, 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 hamstring curl, extend your leg long, reach through those toes, flex the foot, bend to come back in. Point, extend, flex, bend. That's it. Really stretch that leg out. Do your body scan, making sure everything's still switched on, supporting you strong. You've got another 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch your leg out, point through your toe, pulse up for slow count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You can do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. We've done it. Come down, stretch it out. A breath or 2 here in child's pose before we lie down onto our back. When you're ready, bring yourself down, getting ready for round 2 of core and obliques. Okay, so your knees are bent, feet are flat. We reach our arms to the sky again. This time round, let's turn our palms towards our thighs. So as your arms reach back behind you, your fingertips may come close or even tap the floor overhead. And then reach your hands back up to the sky in line with your chest. That's it. And again, reach behind and to the sky. Now we're promoting a little bit more external rotation through our shoulders here. Really feel those shoulder blades glide down the mat. You may find it a little harder to keep that connection with your core, so really melt those ribs down as you reach over. So good. 1 more before we add our leg. Nice. Now float your left leg to tabletop, keeping the knee bent at 90 degrees. Add your toe tap as you overhead reach. And then hands to sky as you float the leg back to tabletop. Now don't focus or worry too much about when you're breathing. Just breathe naturally, as long as you're not holding your breath. You can always use the rule exhale on the effort. So the part of the exercise that is most challenging for you, take that exhale breath. Good. Now on this next one, as you float that leg to tabletop, we curl. So we keep going with our arms. We lift head, neck, and shoulders, reaching for the end of our mat. And then return down, toe tap, overhead reach. Curling up, reach. Inhale, tap. We really slow it down. Notice if your foot plonks down way before your hands. If that's happening, Try and even out that lowering phase. Try and tap at the exact same time. So keeping that tension through your core a little bit longer that way. 2 more. 1. Now, as you reach your arms back overhead, stretch your left leg nice and long. We knee tuck and oblique curl to the outside of that left leg, and then reach everything out. Tuck, curl, twist, extend. We think about our right armpit drawing over and across to the left hip when you curl over. We've got 4 more here. Doing so well. We're pretty close to the end of class after this. 2. 1. Beautiful. Now, can you bring your hands behind your head, elbows wide? Float your right leg up to tabletop next to the left, imprinting down through your low back. And exhale, let's curl over to the left again. Inhale down. Exhale, curl. Inhale down. I'm pretty shaky right about now. I don't know about you. My obliques are on fire. 4. And 5. Now let's curl again. This time extend the right leg and bring it in. Curl, extend opposite leg and in. 3. 2. So good. Hold on 1. Hold that curl. Can you bend and extend your right leg for 5? 4. Stay with me. 3. 2. You can do it. 1 more. Let's do it. That's it. And come on down. Rest your feet on the floor nice and wide. Rock the knees side to side. All right, that's it for the core. Great news. Let's just do a little bit more glutes and then we are done. So step your feet in hip distance apart. Knees are bent. Arms by the side. And we lift up into a pelvic lift. Pressing those hips to the sky, squeezing underneath through your glutes. Core is on strong. And we lower down. Press up, pushing the heels through the floor. Squeeze. Lower. 3 more. Lift. Lower. 2. 1. Perfect. Now we're going to keep going, but we add on. So lift the hips. Lift your right heel off the floor. Lower down. Lift your left heel off the floor. Lower it down. And then we lower the hips to the mat. So we press up. Heel lift on one leg. Heel lift on the other. And come down. Now, as you're performing that heel lift, try not to drop the hips. Keep that squeeze through the back of the body. Just continue here at your own pace. That's it. 1 more. I lie, we have 1 more to go, but we have to stay up here this time. Lift your right heel, pulse the hips up and up. So notice that more tension goes into the left glute when you lift your opposite heel. The left leg is taking more of your weight. Keep pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can do it. 3, 2, 1. Hold, lower the right heel, lift the left heel, and our last round of pulses. Press through that right heel now. Keep the hips level. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it down. Good job, we are done. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Circle them out, around and down. Beautiful. Plant your left foot on the floor, cross your right ankle over your left knee for your figure 4 glute stretch. Staying here or drawing the legs in towards your chest, whatever feels better for you. And let's switch sides. Right foot on the floor, left ankle crossing over the right knee. Maybe draw the legs in towards your chest. Uncrossing the legs, roll yourself over to the side and press all the way up. Bend your left leg in front, right knee behind. Your right hand comes down, stretching up and overhead. Windmill to the other side, left hand down, right arm reaching over. One more to each side. And to the other side. Coming up, just switching those legs. Right leg bends in front, left knee bends behind. Stretching over towards the left. Up and over to the right. Back to the left. One more time to the right. Coming up when you're ready. So well done, that is our core and booty Pilates workout complete. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up and share it with a friend or a family member. Make sure to subscribe to LivAlignedPilates. I upload new workouts every week. I hope you have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.